So hello, and it's a privilege to be here and to share with you. I will skip some of. I know that this is a session about mission, and I know that you already know a lot about missions, the biblical foundation, and also about the Great Commission. So I will just do very quick about that, and I will share more about things happening, especially in Indonesia, and we will hear stories from Dr. Go and Mukhtar. So while they prepare for this, I'm bringing these Bible study materials for discipleship in medical and dental, mostly student and junior graduates, but also it can be applicable for graduates. But I bring 50, but only 5 left because all 45 already bought in Singapore. So we sell it in 10 ringgit per book. So this is only 5 left. And I also will, this is an Explore Bible study books about mission. And we'll just quote a little bit from this book on some of my slides. So, yes. So, talk about God's work, God's world, and God's work. Next one. Yeah, maybe we'll focus just about more about this slide. Next. So, can we read John 17 verse 18? I'll read on the New King James Version here. As you sent me into the world, I also have sent them into the world. So as Father sent Jesus into the world, Jesus also has sent the disciples into the world. And John 20 verse 21 is also the same thing. So Jesus said to them again, peace to you. As the Father has sent me, that is Jesus, I also send you. So how Father sent Jesus to do mission is the base of how Jesus sent the disciples to do mission. So the foundation of Christian mission, of our mission, is actually the same way how Christ do mission when he was sent by the Father. So foundation of Christian mission is in the world is Christ's mission in the world. So what is the ultimate purpose of Christ's mission? What is his purpose coming into the world? His purpose is salvation of the people. And next one, the ultimate reason of Christ's mission into the world is God's love. So this must be the color of our mission. So let's say I want to go mission to Papua. So what that mean? So that means our final purpose is salvation of the people, and our ultimate reason to go to Papua is love. Not for other purpose, not for other reason. But are we go to Papua or are we go to interior of Sabah or Sarawak for doing mission or everywhere in our hospital only just to do evangelism? No. Next one. These are 2 quotes from Brother John Stott from the UK. How can we possibly claim to love our neighbor if we know the gospel but keep it from them? So our expression of loving our neighbor is also to share the gospel to them, because we want them to also know Jesus and also to feel his blessings and feel how we want them to also live in him. But another statement, our neighbor is neither a bodiless soul that we should love only his soul. He also has a body, so we need to love the body as well, nor a soulless body that we should care for its welfare alone. So our love for the people is holistic. We love the body, the soul, and the spirit. So we are thankful for the lessons to approach a person very holistic, physically, emotionally, spiritually. For these 3 days we have learned about it. So when we come to a place, we also love the community spiritually, but also physically and emotionally. So we answer all the needs of the community. We answer not just the spiritual needs, and we only focus for the evangelism, but we also will try to also answer the needs of the community in a physical way and also in emotional way. Next one. Next one. This is the end vision. So in Revelation chapter 7, verse 9, it said like this: After these things I looked, and behold, a great multitude which no one could number, of all nations, tribes, peoples, and tongues, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes, with palm branches in their hands, and crying out with a loud voice, saying, Salvation belongs to our God who sits on the throne and to the Lamb. So why are now there's a mission movement to reach all nations in the world? Because Jesus told us the Great Commission to disciple all nations. And we will see in the end, in Revelation 7, and we will all be there. So all nations will be there, no exception, including the hardest people group, including the most impossible people group, all the hardest tribes in Malaysia and Indonesia, they will be there and they will stand before the throne. It's a promise. It's an envision that we will see them standing there praising the Lord. Next, so all tribes, all nations, all skin color, yes, they will worship the Lord. And also, the foundational promise from Genesis 12, verse 1 to 3. This is I will only read the third verse. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curse you, I will curse. And all peoples on earth will be blessed through you. So this is already a missional promise in the beginning of the Bible, that all peoples, all nations of the earth will be blessed through you. So it's a promise from God that through Abraham and Jesus and all the spiritual family of this, through us, all the peoples of the earth will be blessed. Next. And the great purchase, so it's we are talking about the envision, the foundational promise, and the great purchase. And they sang a new song saying, Worthy are you to take the scroll and to open its seals, for you were slain, and by your blood you ransomed people for God, from every tribe and language and people and nation. And you have made them a kingdom and priests to our God, and they shall reign on the earth. So God has bought them, ransom them, redeem them from every tribe, language, people, and nation. Next. Paul's missions. Through him we have received grace and apostleship for obedience to the faith among all nations for his name. So we are talking a lot about all nations here. Next. Every ethne, but ethne it's not necessarily a geographical nations, but a people group. So according to Joshua Project, we still have 16,700 people groups, and around 7,000 are unreached. What is unreached means? Unreached people group, maybe most of you already know about it, but unreached people group, mostly people define it as a people group with a specific own culture and language, but with Christianity less than 2%. So 2% is the threshold considered enough to reach their own tribe. So if we are talking maybe about the Chinese, maybe the Chinese in Malaysia, maybe, I don't know, maybe already 20% Christian among all the Chinese, or 10% or 30% or maybe more. So they are considered enough to reach the rest. But how about the other? How about the Tamil here? How about the Dayak or the Iban or whatever? So these are the latest website from Joshua Project. They are talking about people groups before. And unreached group here, 7,000 or more, and 40% unreached. And this is a very good website, and you can just click on the name, on the country, and then you can see what is the statistics. So I click Malaysia here, next. And you can see the number of people groups. But here they combine also the foreigners, all the Arabs, and many people from many countries. So 84 unreached people groups still in Malaysia. Yes, it is very difficult to reach them, but God has promised that they will be saved. And they will come to the knowledge of Jesus. Next. Yeah, so this is the This is based on most population in the country. So this tribe is 7 Malay, this one 3 million, 2 million, and so these are according to the most number of population regarding the people group. So progress scale is still red, and percent of evangelical is still 0.45%, 0.45%. This, you have an already good number here. Hokkien, I'm a Hokkien by the way, but cannot speak Hokkien anymore. 8% evangelicals. Next. So what can we do? How could we involve, and where we should do mission? Next. And unique opportunity for doctors. So Dr. David Wong from HCF, this is the founder of his organization. Every week more people walk through the doors of hospitals than through the doors of churches. But oh my gosh, I can actually really want to apply those board for all the patients, you know. But we are very limited, and one patient only half an hour, so it will take very long to do that counseling consultation. Maybe we should set 2 hours for one patient. But if the Lord tell us to do it, maybe we should be moved to, okay, next time you come here 2 hours, okay, we do all the counseling and emotional healing for you. But in the hospitals, you can get all the tribes, all the nations come to you. Because you can see many tribes, many nations in front of you in the hospitals, in the clinics. Next. So there are unique opportunity for doctors because they believe, they trust the doctors. Missionary is not only the one who crossed the sea, but the one who see the cross. Every heart with Christ, a missionary. Every heart without Christ, a mission field. Possibilities. So how can we involve in mission? The easiest part, being Christ's witness in your campus, in your clinic, in your hospital. How we can be God's witness to our patients. Next possibilities, we can do a long-term ministry together, have a project together for underprivileged people for specific needs, and we will hear more about it from Dr. Goh Wei Leong, how the Singaporean body of Christ answer the need for the migrant workers in Singapore. Working in a mission hospital, we will hear from Dr. Mukhtar and Dr. Esther about mission hospital later. And we can also become a cross-cultural medical missionary to one specific people group. This is, if we heard the word missionary, maybe we will imagine a Caucasian person from United States or from Europe come and learn our language. So it's all Caucasian white people who used to be missionary. But now it's the Asian time for us to become missionary. Indonesian now already sent missionary doctor. We already sent to China, and now there are 3 of my friends. They are thinking now to Oman, to Bahrain, and for Sudan. And we are the people in Indonesia now preparing these three missionary doctors to be sent to the Middle East. Next, this is just a promotion that of a training, Cell Line Process, a witness training designed to equip and mobilize Christian healthcare workers as witnesses of the love and reality of Jesus in their place of work. 6 sessions in 10 hours, and we'll learn about practical tools to be a witness of Jesus Christ to our patients with permission, sensitivity, and respect. So you will learn how to share the gospel to your patients, but very sensitively and ethically. I think we all need training in this, right? Because we all see patients. We'll learn about scientific research about relation between health and spirituality, diagnosing spiritual journey of our patients using some scale, identifying barriers in ourselves and patients in coming to Jesus Christ. This is a very useful training. Me and Dr. David Wong already trained in this, so we can do the training here. Maybe we can plan, Dr. Potin. We are ready for the next plan. Okay, next one. And please pray for, this is my project with my friends. We have a HIV-friendly dental project in Bali. So estimated people living with HIV is 13,000 in Bali. So there are foundation called Gerasa Foundation. They serve the underprivileged people, nightlife people usually, and hundreds have received Christ through Sunday service in the nightclub, and plenty of small groups in their houses. So We are planning to set up an HIV-friendly dental practice to optimize the outreach of this foundation towards thousands of HIV people in Bali. It's going on. It's already 60% of the works already finished. We are finishing the rest. Next. Yeah, this is our project, and this is the clinic that we will set up the dental unit there, and this is our outreach to the HIV people there, and the meeting with the foundation people. Next. Yeah, and this is the cross-cultural missionaries that give their life to reach the unreached. Next. And this is the Indonesian cross-cultural missionaries. You already have lots of, the most right one is the one that will go to Oman, and these are in the unreached area of Indonesia. Next. Yes, that's all. So this is just a very short sharing about missions, and Dr. Go will go next with sharing about health serving the migrant workers in Singapore.